It's 10:25 p.m. I'm in a semi-rundown theater in South Carolina. There's even a slight stain on the bottom part of the screen. 20 minutes of previews have passed. The light lowers, and it's time for the main attraction.
I've been thinking, I can't run this club forever.
I've made my career in the visual arts. Not filmmaking per se, but it's the stories on film that add to that inspiration box. One movie that just released has definitely added to that box. The Bikeriders is the latest film by acclaimed Arkansas-raised writer and director Jeff Nichols. You may remember him from his movie Mud, starring Matthew McConaughey in 2012. The film stars Tom Hardy, Austin Butler, Jodie Comer, and a whole slew of other incredible actors who bring a richness to every scene. Like any good movie, it's going to divide folks. In our collective quick-cut, instant gratification, almost ADD-like society, a slower burn movie like this isn't for everybody. The Bikeriders is not the action flick of the summer, but it wasn't supposed to be. In true Jeff Nichols fashion, it's heavily character-driven with a plot that floats through time. It's a little heavy on exposition, but that's on purpose. The movie is based on a photo book and interviews by Danny Lyon, who embedded himself with the motorcycle club, the Vandals, throughout the late 60s. The acting is top-notch. Jodie Comer is the main narrator throughout the film. She absolutely steals the show in a dense cast of seasoned actors with her spot-on portrayal of Kathy. Tom Hardy does his thing, of which he does really well, giving a voice to Johnny, the founder and leader of the Vandals. And then you have Austin Butler, who just broods and soaks up the screen with limited dialogue. He just emanates a silent charisma. The music, the set and costume design, the sound of the engines, it all provides this sensory-rich environment. In fact, you can almost smell the cigarette smoke, the gasoline, and even the body odor. The cinematography, though, holy cow. Adam Stone, who shoots all of Nichols' films, creates beautiful and intimate frames that bring you into the actor's space. The team only shoots on film and used anamorphic lenses to create a timeless, classic aesthetic that lights up the screen. I could go into full nerd mode on this, but honestly, you just need to go out and see it for yourself. But that's enough with the superficial details. Let's dive into something with a little bit more meat, like theme. Like any good story, there are several themes that are woven together. The one strand I want to pull, though, is the need for fathers. Now, granted, I'm a dad, and because of that, I may be reading a little bit too much into this. But go with me for a second. The club comes together around the dream of one man, Johnny. He serves as the father for the club. He comes across as the one that's most grounded with a job, a wife, 2 kids. In fact, Benny, played by Austin Butler, calls him the grown-up, as many in the club are just a bunch of misfits. The original members respect his role and assemble as a sort of family. Yeah, one guy challenges Johnny for leadership, as all sons do, but Johnny shows discipline and eventually mercy and grace. It's this strength and benevolence that keeps this group of rebels bonded together. When the club becomes bigger than the family, that respect no longer means anything. Newcomers with spotty backgrounds don't have an understanding of the founding or the founders. Come to think of it, you could put this entire arc into the history of our nation. But I digress. The film also highlights a character with a broken home life. A father that is not strong or benevolent. He doesn't know what it's like to respect a father figure. As all young men do, he goes in search of this, leading into Johnny and the Vandals. But without a moral compass instilled by his own father, he shows what the void of fathership can do in an individual, a family, and a society. I won't go into spoilers, but that lack of a father is the seed that unravels the core of what the Vandals were. It's just a club of guys that wanted to be free, ride their bikes, and have a sense of belonging. Families need strong and benevolent fathers. So that's my review of Jeff Nichols' new film, The Bikeriders. I will say, it's got a lot of language, got a lot of violence. It is, after all, about a biker club. So just heads up if you're gonna go see it. All summed up, it's a view of classic Americana and what could be considered as the end of a golden age in America. So am I wrong or crazy about the idea of fathers in this film? Well, just jump in the comments, let's have a discussion. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.